Hi guys, and welcome to day 18 of my 30-day paint a miniature everyday challenge. And yeah, still going strong and absolutely loving it. So I'm sticking with the HeroQuest box here that I've kind of promised and said to myself I'm going to complete every miniature in this box before going, well, to any of the other HeroQuest boxes, even though this HeroQuest box is actually the last one I brought. So should really be doing the others, but hey ho, I'm doing this one. So as you can see, I painted a few of the miniatures so far, but yeah, there's still loads to go in here. So yeah, I'm kind of sport for choice on which ones to do next. But I like the look of, well, these two, this little couple. So these are the Explorers. And yeah, like I always say with the HeroQuest miniatures, for a board game like this, they are pretty highly detailed miniatures. Oh, sorry, don't know what happened to my voice there. The only problem is, I've gone for all the cards and I can't find the card for the Explorers, but luckily obviously there's a big image on the front so I can see exactly what the colours are, because I like to copy what the miniatures look like on their cards or the box art, and that's how I like to paint them. So obviously we're going to be speed painting these, so good old prime in black and then a bit of dry brushing with white, and then we're good to go. So most of the paints I'm going to be using are Army Painter speed paints, but I do have a couple of dipping inks thrown in. So yeah, I found the cards. When I first took the thing out of the box, them two fell out on the floor. Would you believe it? So yeah, like I always do, get the paints ready. This is the important bit though about painting lids. So on the bottle, those two I just showed you look pretty similar, but in reality they come out completely different to each other. So yeah, let's get all the paints ready first, especially when I am sort of copying the box art. It just makes things easier than if I have all the paints to sort of hand. And obviously the good thing here is both these Explorers identical. So yeah, the colours, they just match from one to the other. So it's kind of like batch painting, but very small batch painting because there is literally just the two of them. But as always though, with the speed painting, it really doesn't take too long at all to get these both painted, which is, I say, it's just a game changer for me, doing the old slap chop sort of painting style using speed paints, and yeah, really getting miniatures done in no time at all. So there is more time to be playing the game. Obviously I appreciate it, we're all different and lots of people like to take, well, a lot longer painting miniatures, which is great. For me, I do enjoy the painting, but I enjoy the playing just as much, and as obviously this month I am sort of getting through my pile of opportunity. So all these wonderful boxes that I've brought over the last, well, at least 2 years, maybe 3 years, that have been sitting on shelves, gathering dust, are now finally seeing the light of day and getting some paint on them, which is just great. So yeah, these two chaps will be used in HeroQuest game. I say I probably should have really have started with the first box of HeroQuest and finished painting them. I think most of them are done. I think there could be a couple of mummies in there I've not painted, and maybe the odd skeleton. I know the orcs and all the heroes were painted, but yeah, there are quite a few in there. Plus, I do have all the expansion boxes. Obviously, this is for all the newer HeroQuest that came out like a few years ago. Yeah, I have all the boxes, but like most things, I've taken a couple of the miniatures out, painted them up, used them in games, and then not painted all the rest. So as I say, that's why I'm trying to stick with the Jungles of Delphrak box, completing everything in that, and then I'll start doing some of the ones I should have done ages ago in all the other expansion packs. And like I'm doing here, they will all be painted to sort of match the artwork, just because, well, it saves me thinking how to paint them. Plus they look good on the artwork, so yeah, why not replicate that? As always guys, yeah, I'm trying to sort of show every sort of colour paint I use, just so if you wanted to follow along and you do have the Army Painter speed paints, then yeah, you can see what sort of colour choice I've gone for. Whether or not you think it's correct or wrong is, well, it's up to you. But personally, yeah, I quite like all the ones that I've picked out and used on these two miniatures. So yeah, love how these have come out. And as I say, these will be used, although you will see near the end, obviously all the miniatures I actually use and play in games, I do put on clear bases. And the reason for that is I love to see the terrain underneath, especially when all the terrain that I use has been 3D printed, painted, looks awesome. So I don't want to cover it up with different sort of colour bases, or bases that have grass on, or bases that are sort of mechanical looking. Yeah, I like nice clear bases so I can see exactly what's meant to be, well, underneath them. But you'll see at the end of this video, again, I'm waffling here, I didn't have time to change the bases over, because obviously I am doing this challenge this month where I am painting and making a video every single day. Obviously the painting of the miniatures, yeah, that's no hardship. I pretty much paint miniatures every day anyway. It is just the making of the videos. Plus I have a couple of big projects coming out this month, so keep an eye out for them. And when I say big, I mean, well, one of them, it just about sits on my desk. It's pretty huge, but awesome. It's one of the biggest projects I've worked on, and I absolutely love it. So video coming out, I think Saturday for that. But obviously every day this month there will be a video of me painting, well, different kind of miniatures really. So I say mostly the HeroQuest Kill Team Warhammer stuff, as well as some Warhammer Underworlds. I've just recently got hold of the Ember Guard, the core game, and there's some awesome rat looking miniatures in that, so I will be painting them at some stage this week as well, just because, well, they look pretty cool. I don't think I've already painted any rat kind of miniatures. Well, I've done a few D&D ones, but these rat ones from this Ember Guard game, they seem to be wearing armour and carrying some cool weapons. So yeah, keep an eye out for them guys, because, well, that'll be out sometime this week as well. If there is anything you'd like to see me paint, by all means let me know in the comments, as yeah, I am trying to get hold of more and more different kind of board games that have awesome miniatures in. So yeah, let me know in the comments and I'll take a look and see, well, if I can get hold of any. And as briefly mentioned in a couple of the videos, because I am now getting lots of, well, sprues, and I don't like throwing things away, I am looking at having a go at making some things with sprues again, like I did, well, it's been quite a while since I've done any sprue videos. So yeah, by all means, if there's anything you want to see me make with sprues, by all means, yeah, ask away. And if you don't know what kind of things I can make, guys, there's loads of sprue videos out there where I've made everything from the Great Unclean one, a Tau Manta full-size spaceship, and a whole ton of other stuff using, well, nibbly knobbly bits, sprue glue, and making panels out of sprues as well. And again, if you don't know what I'm talking about, go and check out some of my older videos to see exactly what can be done with all those leftover sprues. So rather than throwing them away or leaving them in boxes, yeah, there's hundreds of things you can do with them. Lots of terrain stuff as well. Anyway, enough of that waffle, back to this. So yeah, these guys, pretty simple to do. I say doing them both together is definitely a no-brainer because they're both the same colours. So yeah, makes it a lot quicker. So yeah, love how these turned out. Definitely think they do look, yeah, pretty much like the cards. So I'm certainly pleased with how they've come out. Just a hair to finish off with, and again, yeah, using the Green Stuff World Dipping Inks or Intensity Inks for the black. Just because the black I've got from Army Painter definitely has more of a hue of green to it. It's obviously black, but yeah, there's a bit of a green tint to it. And from what I've seen from people's comments, it does seem to be it's a bad batch or a bad one that I've got. So yeah, maybe I need to get another black. And there we go. Say, I'm pretty pleased with how those colours have come out. I mean, they're not like 100% perfect, but they're certainly, well, good enough. I say it is a case of obviously using what paints I've got. I say, yeah, these are the clear bases that they will be put on eventually. Here's just a case of getting my little cheap Dremel tool and cutting the base away. If you haven't seen what I do there, again, watch some of my other HeroQuest videos and you'll see me cutting bases off. I just haven't got the time to do it now because obviously, well, I need to crack on and paint some other miniatures for another video so I can put it out tomorrow. So there we go. So guys, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Let me know in the comments, well, maybe what you'd like to see me sort of be painting next. Whether it's HeroQuest, Warhammer, Kill Teams, Ember Guard, Underworlds, or whatever it might be. I say, I do like looking for new games. I don't necessarily play the games, but it is nice to mix up some of the miniatures that I get. Even though my main sort of genres I like are sort of space and fantasy, which is pretty handy because that's kind of all covered with Warhammer, D&D and HeroQuest. Okay guys, another video coming up on the screen. Give that a click, see more of what I do. And don't forget, leave some lovely comments down below. Okay guys, bye. Bye for now.